Hey people, it's Ray with My Road Tours. Today I want to talk about my newest dash cam. I know it seems like it was just yesterday I was unboxing my other one. My previous dash cam was an Aperture U1. If you scroll through the videos, you can find a video of my unboxing of it. Anyhow, it worked great for a while, but it got to the point where it wasn't recording all the time. Sometimes it'd record, sometimes it wouldn't. It'd be every other, and then sometimes not at all. And unfortunately, I missed quite a few interesting people driving. So, as annoyed as I was, I decided I would rectify the situation and just get a whole new dash cam. This time around, I wanted to kind of branch out a hair. Usually my price point range is $50 to $60. This time around, I wanted to bump it up a little bit, see what the next tier, if you will, is like. So I found this is a DOD, DOD, I don't know if that's an abbreviation or pronounce it DOD, but I found this on Amazon for $99. It's their LS360W. So I figured I'd give it a try and see how it goes. Now, just to kind of go off what we see on the box here, this has an ISO of 3200. Now, if you don't know, those of you in photography, well, you may not even know. It's something that doesn't get tossed around that often, but ISO stands for International Standards and Organization. It's essentially an industry scale measuring light sensitivity. Say that 3 times fast. Okay, so the higher the number, the more sensitive the sensor is. The lower the number, the less sensitive. During the day when it's bright outside, you don't really need it that sensitive because, you got the scorching sun at your back. At night, however, there's not a lot of light, so you crank up the ISO in order to take advantage of what little ambient light you have. So the ability to get up into 3200 should help create a better video, produce a better video. And that's the same thing with this WDR. That's to help get the best video both night and day, or day and night, however you say it. The next thing pretty much fits in the same category to a degree, and this is your aperture. Aperture is basically the opening in your lens. The smaller the number, this is a 1.6, the more wider open it is. Now, the higher that number, let's say f22, would be the size of a pinhole. So, 1.6, 22. So, the wider open the aperture is, the more light it allows in through the lens into your sensor. So, those three working together should, in theory, I haven't tried it out yet, give me a much higher quality night video than I'm used to. That's my hopes and dreams anyway. The next is it's got a 140 degree angle. A little short from some of my others, but it should suffice. I'm sorry. Okay, so some of the other things is it comes with a Sony Sensor. Sony's kind of like the industry standard. I'm sorry. Can't talk for some reason. So should have a quality sensor in there is what I'm getting at. It also has the G sensor. Excuse me. Which helps. It's important for file protection, kind of like a GoPro. You crash, it saves a file so it doesn't get messed up, so you're hopefully able to recover it. Shoots in 1080p HD, full HD. I'm sure you can adjust it towards less than that, but I always shoot the highest quality I can. Comes with a 2.7 inch screen. That helps for me. I love the larger the screen, the better framing. It also has the motion detection. I I believe that's like if somebody rear ends your car while it's parked and it's in sleep mode, it'll cut on and start recording. I don't know how well those work. I never really utilize them. I'm always parking out in the middle of nowhere, or the cigarette lighter plugs, or however the device is plugged into the vehicle doesn't stay hot while it's parked. So you'll have to let me know how those work, because I really don't pay attention to them. The other thing is it comes with a device password protection. That's the first time I've seen that on a dash cam. I don't know if this is like a higher end, like once you get to the $100 range and higher, they offer it. Because I've never seen this on a lower end dash cam. And I'm assuming that's in the event somebody steals it. You know, if they don't have the password, it's useless to them. That's my guess. Problem is they're already long gone and around the corner before they realize they can't use it, and chances are they're not going to bring it back to you. So I don't know how well that'll work. It does loop in like all dash cams, and it takes a maximum 32 gigabyte card. There are some units out there now, to my surprise, that were using that were allowing up to 64 gigabyte cards, which was impressive for me. I have not really run across a huge issue with room on a 32 gigabyte card. One of my chief complaints really is I have a lot of GoPros, and I use 64 gigabyte cards for those. Well, if I pull the 32 gigabyte card out of the dash cam, bring it in the house to sort through it, or if I go to leave, if I'm not careful, I'll grab a 64 gigabyte card, throw it in the camera, and drive off. Well, I'll get down the road and I'll have some error message because it won't read the 64 gigabyte card. So I've had a few moments like that. So I guess it's probably more for my laziness or whatever, but I would not complain about them standardizing the whole 64 gigabyte cards. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up here. See what all you get. Okay, I'm going to tilt this down just a little bit here. Alright, so pop that up. Alright, there's the camera itself. Sorry, turn it this way. It's got a couple of microphones, so it records audio. There's that 2.7 screen. There's where you put your micro SD card in there. Up top, power button, GPS, power, that's where you mount it to whatever your mounts that come with it are. Option buttons back here. So I don't know if it has a, let's see if it'll, I don't know if this one has a built-in battery or not. And even if it does, it's not charged, so it's not a huge thing for me. So, alright, set that to the side. I think, yeah. Now this comes with a warranty card. I will definitely keep that because of my most recent camera cratering before it was a few months old. Alright, here's our manual. I like their illustrations or their pictures. Installing directions. I'm not going to go through all the modes and functions quite a bit. I mean, there's really not much to setting up a dash cam, but you know, the basics is setting the time, date, things like that. Resolution or like quality of the video you want. So I'll set that to the side. Let's see. I have to open. Oh, there it goes. Alright. Here's our little accessory box. Let's see what it comes with. Okay, first up, looks like an adhesive mount. Yeah, it's your standard 3M adhesive mount. You just clean the glass, peel this off, stick it up. It's got a little joint, a little ball joint. You can unloosen this, and then you can move that so you want it there, then tighten this nut up and it'll stay in place. I like that feature a lot. Comes in real handy. The only thing is I don't really use a lot of these type self-adhesive mounts. We have quite a few cars, so I tend to take the dash cam from one vehicle to the other. When you start thinking about spending $100 plus shipping for 4 or 5 different vehicles, it adds up quick. So I usually just transfer one dash cam to the other. Alright, here's our suction cup mount. So this is, you stick it up there and you lock it into place like you typically do. Same thing, you can unloosen that, swivel it however you want, turn the nut back, lock it in place. So that's basically what it'll look like. So, alright. Let's see what else we have in here. Alright, this is our power cord. Fairly, oh, okay, I was gonna say weighs quite a bit. We got a long cord here. I mean, I did not look to see how long the cord comes that they give you is, but it's got to be 10 feet, maybe a little more. Since I move these from vehicle to vehicle, I don't really tuck the cord in the visor and headboard and around the A-pillar and so on. I just buy several of these. I think it's a mini USB with regular USB plugs and cigarette lighter adapters, and keep those in each vehicle, and I just move the dash cam from one to the other. So, but for those of you who just have one vehicle or just want to have one dash cam per vehicle, this would be great, because it looks like you should have plenty enough to hide that cord to give it a more clean appearance. So, alrighty, there is that. So I'm gonna get this plugged in, try to drive around a little bit in the next few days, try to get some night footage as well, see how well it does, and maybe post a video on that in the future. I've also got some other little tech goodies that I bought for my adventures. I'm gonna do some unboxing on those, and some reviews possibly, and so on. So check them out. They might come in handy for you, especially you're out doing your own adventures and stuff. In the meantime, please like the video, subscribe if you're new. I thank you. This is Labor Day, so it's a well-deserved day off for our laborers. We appreciate you guys, really do. You help get everything going, you build everything, you maintain everything. You are essentially the backbone of the country, so we appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying your much-needed day off. I thank everybody else. I hope you're all having a lot of fun. And please be safe. And like I said, check out my upcoming videos. Thank you.